Welcome again, Maxim here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get drift mods. I will also discuss other puzzles and mysteries that you may encounter on Lua. But first things first. Drift mods are rewards for successfully completing special tests. These mods can only be obtained on Lua or by trading with other players. A given mod is a reward for completing a specific challenge. Drift mods can be inserted into Exilo slot in Warframe. During the Origin era, the judicial body was the Council of Seven, also known as the Seven. For the Council, the most important were the 7 highest virtues: speed, power, cunning, agility, endurance, collaboration, and stealth. The 7 principles. On Lua, which was the home of the Origin during their era, you can come across rooms that were created to test the will and skills of those who wanted to prove themselves in the tests of 7 virtues. These are the halls of Ascension. Each hall contains one test. Each one tests you for a specific virtue. You have to prove yourself differently in each test. The rewards for successfully completing these rooms are the following drifts: strength, speed, cunning, stealth, coaction, endurance, and agility. Some tests are quite simple, while others require good coordination or knowledge of the test itself. Some halls are easier to find when playing a specific mode, such as mobile defense or survival. There you will more often come across rooms that are less common in extermination or capture. I don't recommend playing the last one I mentioned if you want to farm drift mods, because the construction of the map there can be a little bit tricky. It's easier to miss big rooms there. Let's move on to the tests themselves. The first, power test, is quite simple. Requires 4 orbs to be activated with your energy in less than 30 seconds. After this time, you have to start again. This time comes from the moment when you fully charged the first one. Each of them requires 40 energy. Recharging one takes 5 seconds, so it's best to get rid of the enemies from the room earlier, if possible. Once all are charged, stairs appear in the center of the room, leading down below the floor. At their end, there is a hole. Jump down to see a portal, it will take you to the prize hall with power drift. After completing each test, you can claim one specific reward. To go back up, enter the same portal. Next is agility test. The name is very appropriate here, but knowing this test makes things much easier. The most important rule is that the performer, once they begun, cannot touch the floor. But if you do so, you're gonna have to start again. Due to the bugs, I also recommend that other players to stay away from the test area. The task begins after shooting the button on the wall. It opens 2 tubes. The movable platforms under them are the space of the test itself, so you can stand on them without failing it. Jump into a freshly opened tube. Another 1 or more buttons will activate. Jump out of the tube, target, and shoot the newly activated button. After each shot, you jump into just opened tubes. You can use unused tubes below to improve your position, or while searching for next button. For the most experienced, it is also possible to stand on the edges of the tubes. You can also wall latch or bounce off them. Move higher and higher until you reach the upper segment. There you can move freely. The test ends after jumping into the highest tube. This action opens a hatch in the ceiling. There you will find a portal to agility drift. In the test you can help yourself with warframes that are more agile or even fly. For instance Zephyr, Wukong or Titania. At the end I recommend all team members to go through the portal at once, because if someone picks up the mod and returns through the portal, it will cause the ceiling hatch to close. Next is Cunning Test. Here, first of all, you need to destroy 2 valves to make the tank, located in the central part of the room, fill up. Only then you will be able to activate Security Guard. He will try to kill you. Your task is to force him to damage 4 pillars surrounding the tank. To make it easier, shoot off the 4 seals on the floor. Next to pillars, they hold the retractable platforms. Step on them to be in the perfect position to dodge the guard's projectile successfully and cause damage to the pillar. After each damage, the guard will attack differently. He has 2 types of special attacks. First is pulling players into center of the room to deal damage to them. It's best to hide behind the pillar or switch to operator. His second attack are radiation bombs. With every damaged pillar, the guard will shoot faster and faster. To efficiently dodge attacks and direct them to the right spots, pay close attention to how quickly the guard charges his shots. That is the key to success. Destroying 4 pillars guarantee the activation of a small platform in the center of the room, which will take you to a portal, where you can pick up Cunning Drift. Let's move on to the endurance test, which can be done in 2 ways. When you enter the central area, lasers activate. They deal damage to the pedestal in the center of the zone. Your task is to defend this pedestal by standing on it. This way, you will take damage instead of it. The number of working lasers can be reduced with the help of special environmental covers or by shooting the buttons on the outside of the laser ring when someone is standing on the pedestal. This test is easier with a character who can use skill for damage reduction or invulnerability. The easiest way is to use Rhino's Iron Skin or Shield's Restore from a gear wheel. When playing solo, you can help yourself with specters. Placed in the right spots, they can block several lasers. In a team, it's even easier, because you can divide tasks. Someone handles the lasers and someone protects the pedestal. Or you can switch those tasks during the test. The alternative is to jump very high above the pedestal and go out to the operator mode. This is the second method. The falling Warframe will press the pedestal and the player in the operator form can freely move away from the point. The test lasts until the tall tube is filled with water completely. Then you will see a platform, it takes you to the portal, behind which an endurance drift awaits. Next is the collaboration test, again with 2 ways to pass. Theoretically, it is designed to be performed in a team, but with the help of the operator inspectors, you can also handle it solo. The test starts by entering the highlighted area. Without leaving it, you need to activate another highlighted zone. This can be done by a second player, or you can go with an operator. This action activates the next 4 points. They are located in the corners of the structure. You have to step on them, one by one, and wait a moment for a way in the wall near to the point to open. There you will see another point to activate. This one, along with second one, placed further in the tunnel, needs to be activated with the help of another player, or operator. First will be visible immediately, second requires you to go deeper and jump down. Those 2 don't have to be pressed at once, only one by one. After pressing them, the given corner is permanently activated. Activation of all corners results in a passage opening under the middle part of the room. Jump in. There you have to activate 4 panels at the same time in correct order by standing on them. Depending on how you play, solo or in team, you have to deal with it differently. If solo, use Warframe, Operator, Spectres or Railjack crew member, if you have intrinsic command level 9 or higher. Throw a Spectre in a given place and order him to stay, to keep him steady. In a team, it's enough to use Warframes or Warframes with Operators. After activating these 4 points, a portal opens above you, behind which you can collect a coaction drift. In the next test, you can get Stealth Drift. There are also 2 ways to get it, depending on whether you're playing with someone or not. By default, in this test, you should activate the starting area and move to the other end of the room, avoiding any lasers. Successful passage activates a portal in the floor. However, when in a team, you can signal the other player to enter the starting area while you are already in the end of it. This will immediately complete the stealth test successfully. The 7th one is the speed test. It is quite difficult, but I can repeat it many times if you are not fast enough. Knowing the test beforehand is very helpful. You start in the middle part by shooting at the button hanging on the wall. There will be some lasers that you can get rid of. After the test starts, a platform will emerge from the floor, which will finally lift you to the portal. But to lift it higher, you must complete 2 small obstacle courses. You open each track by standing on a pressure plate. After opening the gate, you will have several seconds to go to the other side before everything closes and you will have to start again. If you succeed, you shoot the button hanging on the wall. One track is with slowing floors and obstacles emerging from the floor. On the second track, you will find seismic death balls. After completing both tracks and activating all 3 buttons on the walls, the platform will allow you to get to the portal, behind which speed drift awaits. That's all the 7 halls of Ascension, but Lua has more secrets. A musical puzzle is one of the more interesting things you may encounter on your way. This is a special room related to Octavia. Solving the puzzle gives you two containers. One appears at the top of this room, the second is located in the side section, looking from the point where you started the puzzle. The whole task is to recreate the melodic sequence that you hear after activating the central panel. Complete it to find entire and ready-to-use forma from left container. There's a 25% chance for that. This chance can be increased by the resource drop chance booster. And Octavia's chassis blueprint from the top container. There's a theory that this puzzle can be solved multiple times. However, after several attempts to verify this information, I cannot confirm it. It is possible it was a bug and DE already fixed it. There are two minor secrets left. If you wall latch a glowing crack on the wall, it gives you one of the following: health, shield, energy bonus, a regeneration for one of those statistics, or increased speed. In addition, on Lua you can find one more large room. It regenerates huge amounts of energy. Here, in the room you see right now, you can find 3 consoles. Used in the right order, they will create a powerful energy field in the center of the room, which will regenerate energy for the players inside. In addition, a door will open, behind which there may be a resource cache or some special object, such as a rare container or an Ayatan sculpture. And that's all in this video. Good luck with Halls of Ascension. If you have any questions, please type them in the comment section or visit one of my streams. Link in the description. See you next time. Bye.